Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before we begin this video, don't forget to give it a like. It truly encourages us to keep sharing beneficial content, inshallah. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our future videos on faith, spirituality, and Islamic reminders. Barakallahu feekum. May Allah bless you and enjoy the video. In the journey of life, we often find ourselves facing moments that seem sudden, unexpected, or even confusing. An unexpected proposal, a surprising opportunity, or a meeting that changes everything can feel like it has come out of nowhere. Yet, from the perspective of faith in Islam, nothing truly happens by chance. Everything is under the control and decree of Allah, the All-Wise and All-Knowing. This understanding brings a profound peace and a deeper awareness of the divine orchestration behind every event in our lives. Allah's will is perfect and encompassing. The concept of qadar, or divine destiny, is central to Islamic belief. It teaches us that Allah has knowledge of all things, past, present, and future, and that His will governs every happening. Nothing escapes His command, not even the flutter of a leaf or the beating of a bird's wing. When we grasp this, we begin to see that every event, whether joyous or challenging, is part of a grand design crafted by Allah's infinite wisdom. Many times, human beings struggle because they focus only on what they can see and understand. When a life-changing proposal appears suddenly, we might question its timing or its reality. We wonder why it took so long to come, or if we even deserve it. But these doubts arise from our limited perspective. Allah's timing is always perfect, even if it does not match our desires or expectations. He knows what is best for us, what will bring us growth, healing, and happiness in the long run. The suddenness of an event is not a flaw or a mistake, but a reflection of His profound planning. In the Quran, Allah reminds us that He is the best planner. He knows what is hidden and what is apparent. He tests us with different situations to refine our character and to bring us closer to Him. Sometimes, the unexpected proposal or blessing is actually a reward for our patience, faith, and perseverance. It is a sign that Allah has seen our struggles and is now opening a new door for us. This should inspire us to trust more deeply and surrender our worries to Him. Understanding divine destiny also means recognizing that Allah's knowledge and will are beyond human comprehension. We may not see the full picture, and that is why faith is essential. Faith in Allah's plan allows us to accept with humility that what happens to us is meant to happen. Even setbacks and delays are part of a journey that leads to something greater. The proposal that comes suddenly might be the culmination of many unseen prayers, sacrifices, and efforts made in sincerity. Islam teaches that Allah's decree is a source of comfort and not despair. Believing in qadar means accepting that every blessing and every trial comes from Him, and that He has wisdom behind every decree. This acceptance does not make us passive or indifferent. Rather, it empowers us to keep striving, knowing that our efforts combined with Allah's will lead to the best outcomes. When a person understands this, they can face uncertainty with courage and hope, because they know that what is coming is part of Allah's perfect plan. Moreover, the awareness of Allah's decree encourages gratitude and contentment. When the proposal finally arrives, especially if it comes unexpectedly, it is easier to receive it with a thankful heart. Gratitude to Allah opens the doors for more blessings and increases our spiritual resilience. It reminds us that life is a trust, and all good things come from the mercy and generosity of Allah. This understanding also helps us avoid despair when things do not happen according to our timeline. Sometimes, we may be waiting for something important for a long time, and the delay feels painful. But faith in divine destiny teaches patience and reliance on Allah. It reassures us that He knows better than we do, and that what we desire will come at the right moment, or something better will replace it. When unexpected blessings arrive, such as a proposal or opportunity, it is a moment to pause and reflect on the journey that led to this point. Each challenge, each prayer, and each effort has contributed to this divine moment. Seeing life through the lens of Allah's decree transforms how we experience joy and success. It becomes not just a personal achievement but a spiritual milestone. In summary, the belief in divine destiny as taught in Islam invites us to trust wholeheartedly in Allah's wisdom and timing. Every unexpected event is part of a beautiful, intricate plan designed by the Most Merciful. Recognizing this truth allows us to face life's surprises with serenity and confidence, knowing that what Allah has decreed for us will come to us precisely when it should and in the best form. This is the foundation on which we can build a life filled with faith, hope, and unwavering trust in the One who controls all affairs. Sometimes in life, when Allah is preparing to bless us with something great, He sends us subtle signs, whispers from the unseen world meant to guide our hearts and awaken our awareness. These signs may appear small or ordinary to the casual observer, but for those who believe and seek to recognize them, they are powerful indicators that a divine blessing or a life-changing proposal is drawing near. Understanding and recognizing these signs can deepen our connection with Allah and help us prepare spiritually and mentally for what is coming. One of the first signs that Allah is preparing something special is a shift in the heart's state. You may suddenly find yourself filled with an unusual sense of peace, hope, or even excitement about the future despite not knowing exactly why. This feeling is more than just optimism. It is a spiritual nudge, a divine reassurance that Allah's mercy is about to manifest in your life. The heart, being the seat of faith in Islam, often senses what the mind cannot immediately grasp. When you experience this inner calm or a renewed sense of hope, it can be a sign that Allah is preparing a beautiful outcome. Another sign lies in the doors that begin to open around you. In Islam, the concept of fath, opening, is often linked to blessings and opportunities. You might notice new opportunities arising in your personal or professional life, unexpected help from people you did not anticipate, or situations that seem to align perfectly for your benefit. These openings are not mere coincidences. They are signs of Allah's decree manifesting in your reality. The Quran mentions many instances where Allah opened doors for His servants at just the right moment, rewarding their patience and trust. In addition to openings, you may also experience a change in the challenges you face. Sometimes, the trials become less intense or easier to bear, signaling that a shift is occurring behind the scenes. This easing of hardship can be a sign that the waiting period is nearing its end and that relief is on its way. Allah tests His servants in many ways, but when He sees their steadfastness, He lightens their burdens as a sign of the blessings to come. Furthermore, you might find yourself drawn towards certain prayers or supplications more than before. In moments of increased spirituality, your heart may incline to specific du'as, requests for guidance, blessings, or relief. These invocations, when repeated sincerely, become a bridge between you and Allah, inviting His mercy and intervention. Islam teaches that sincere dua has immense power and can bring about profound change. Feeling a renewed urge to pray or remembering Allah more often can be a sign that your spiritual connection is strengthening in preparation for what is to come. Another subtle but significant sign is the increased presence of positive thoughts about the future and a gradual decrease in doubt or fear. Doubt often clouds the heart when one is uncertain about what lies ahead. But when Allah prepares a blessing, He often clears the heart of these dark clouds, replacing them with hope and conviction. This transformation in mindset is a gift that encourages us to trust in Allah's plan, even if the timing remains unclear. Signs may also come through the words and actions of others. You might hear encouraging words from family, friends, or even strangers, or you may witness events that remind you of Allah's mercy and power. These external affirmations can serve as confirmation that Allah is working on your behalf. Often, the Quran and Sunnah highlight that Allah sends helpers and signs in various forms to uplift the believer's spirit. It is important to note that recognizing these signs requires a heart attuned to faith and mindfulness. If we are distracted by the busyness of daily life or consumed by worry and impatience, we may miss these gentle reminders. This is why Islam encourages believers to cultivate awareness through regular prayer, remembrance of Allah, dhikr, and reflection on the Quran. A heart connected to Allah is more sensitive to His guidance and can better discern these subtle signals. Stories from the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his companions provide beautiful examples of these signs. Often, when Allah was preparing the Prophet for a significant moment, such as the beginning of revelation or a major event, signs would precede it. These might include dreams, sudden feelings of peace or strength, or unexpected help from Allah's angels. These stories remind us that Allah's preparation is never random, but filled with meaningful signs tailored to the individual's circumstances. One should also be mindful that while signs can be encouraging, they are not guarantees by themselves. They should be met with humility and continued reliance on Allah through prayer and good deeds. Signs are reminders to remain patient, vigilant, and spiritually ready, not reasons to become complacent or presumptuous. The real blessing comes when we respond to these signs with sincere faith and gratitude. In conclusion, when Allah is preparing to bless you with a life-changing proposal or opportunity, He often sends subtle yet profound signs that awaken your heart and guide your steps. These signs can manifest as peace and hope within, new opportunities, and easier circumstances without, increased devotion, positive changes in mindset, and encouraging words from others. Recognizing and understanding these signs strengthens our faith, deepens our patience, and helps us prepare for the blessings Allah has destined for us. By staying spiritually aware and connected to Allah, we open ourselves to receive His mercy fully and embrace the beautiful changes coming our way. Life often tests us in ways that challenge our patience and faith, especially when we are waiting for something deeply desired, a blessing, an opportunity, or a life-changing proposal. This waiting period can feel long and uncertain, and it is natural for doubt, anxiety, or even despair to creep into our hearts. However, in Islam, patience, sabr, and trust in Allah, tawakkul, are not just virtues but essential pillars that help us navigate these moments with resilience and hope. Patience, in its true Islamic sense, is not merely about passively waiting or enduring hardship without complaint. It is an active state of inner strength and perseverance, grounded in the certainty that Allah's plan is perfect and that every delay or difficulty serves a meaningful purpose. The Quran repeatedly emphasizes the importance of patience, describing it as a key trait of the believers who ultimately succeed and are rewarded by Allah. When faced with uncertainty about a proposal or blessing that seems delayed, cultivating patience allows us to maintain peace and avoid despair. One of the greatest examples of patience in Islamic tradition is the life of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. For years, he faced rejection, hardship, and trials while awaiting the fulfillment of Allah's promises. Yet, He remained steadfast, continuously trusting Allah's timing and wisdom. His life teaches us that patience is not passive resignation, but a profound act of faith and hope. This example encourages us to be patient with our own struggles and uncertainties. Alongside patience, trust in Allah, known as tawakkul, is crucial. Tawakkul means relying on Allah fully, knowing that He is the ultimate controller of all affairs. It involves doing one's best, making sincere efforts, and then leaving the outcome in Allah's hands. When we combine patience with tawakkul, we release ourselves from the burden of worry and control. We accept that while we plan and work, it is Allah who decides what happens and when. Many people find it challenging to balance patience and trust, especially when the waiting period is long or when repeated disappointments occur. The key is to remind ourselves that Allah's wisdom surpasses our understanding. Sometimes, what we desire may not be immediately granted because Allah is protecting us from something harmful or preparing us for a greater blessing. Other times, the delay is a test to strengthen our character and faith. During this period of waiting, it is important to nurture our spiritual connection with Allah. Regular prayer, reading and reflecting on the Quran, and making sincere dua, supplication, help keep our hearts anchored. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught that the dua of the believer is a powerful tool that can change destiny. By turning to Allah in prayer, we express our dependence on Him and reinforce our trust in His plan. It is also helpful to remember that patience is a form of worship. When we are patient in adversity or uncertainty, we are showing submission to Allah's decree. This submission pleases Allah and brings us closer to Him. The Quran promises immense rewards for those who are patient, including ease after hardship and abundant blessings. These promises should motivate us to embrace patience not as a burden but as a spiritual opportunity. Practical steps can support us in developing patience and trust. One effective way is to maintain a routine that keeps us productive and focused on positive actions. Engaging in beneficial work, helping others, or learning new knowledge diverts the mind from worry and fills the waiting period with purpose. It reminds us that while we wait, we are still moving forward in life according to Allah's guidance. Another important aspect is to avoid despair and negative thinking. When impatience or doubt arise, consciously replacing those thoughts with reminders of Allah's mercy and power can be transformative. Reflecting on stories of the prophets and righteous people who faced long waits and eventual triumphs can inspire us. Their lives show that perseverance coupled with faith leads to victory. Community support also plays a vital role. Surrounding ourselves with fellow believers who encourage patience and trust in Allah creates a positive environment. Sharing experiences, praying together, and offering mutual support strengthen our resolve and remind us that we are not alone in our journey. It is normal to feel moments of weakness or frustration, but these feelings should not overpower our faith. When such emotions surface, turning back to Allah with honesty in dua and seeking His help to strengthen our patience is a beautiful practice. Allah loves those who turn to Him sincerely and grant relief and comfort in return. Ultimately, staying patient and trustful while awaiting Allah's promise means surrendering fully to His will and timing. It is a conscious choice to believe that the best outcome is always what Allah decrees. This mindset frees us from the chains of anxiety and helps us embrace hope with a peaceful heart. In summary, the period of waiting for a life-changing proposal or blessing is a test of faith, patience, and trust in Allah. By embracing patience as an active, faithful endurance and combining it with tawakkul, complete reliance on Allah, we navigate uncertainty with courage and peace. Through prayer, reflection, positive action, and community support, we strengthen our connection to Allah and prepare ourselves spiritually and mentally for the blessings to come. Trusting that Allah's timing is perfect allows us to face the future with hope and confidence, knowing that what is destined for us will surely arrive in the best form. When someone approaches you unexpectedly with a life-changing proposal, it is a moment charged with emotion, hope, and sometimes uncertainty. Such moments are pivotal. They mark the beginning of a new chapter shaped by Allah's divine decree. To fully embrace this blessing, it is essential to prepare yourself mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, ensuring you respond with wisdom, gratitude, and trust. First, recognize the importance of gratitude. In Islam, gratitude, shukr, is a powerful practice that opens the door to more blessings. When Allah sends someone with a proposal that could transform your life, whether it is marriage, a partnership, or a unique opportunity, it is a sign of His mercy and favor. Taking time to sincerely thank Allah for this gift, even before fully understanding its implications, sets a positive tone. Gratitude keeps the heart humble and aware that all good things come from Allah alone. Alongside gratitude, approach this unexpected proposal with mindfulness and clarity. Emotions can run high during such moments, especially when the opportunity is sudden and significant. It is important not to rush into decisions out of excitement or pressure, but to pause and reflect. Pray istikhara, the prayer for seeking guidance, asking Allah to show you the best path. This prayer is a beautiful way to align your heart and mind with Allah's will, helping you make choices rooted in wisdom. Emotional preparation also means managing expectations and fears. Change often brings uncertainty, and it is natural to feel anxious about the unknown. Remind yourself that Allah's plans are always better than ours, even if the path looks unfamiliar or challenging. Trusting Allah's wisdom gives you the strength to face any outcome with patience and peace. Additionally, communicate openly with the person who approaches you. Clear communication helps build trust and mutual understanding. Ask questions, share your thoughts and feelings, and listen carefully. In Islam, honest dialogue is encouraged to ensure that both parties enter any agreement or relationship with sincerity and clarity. This openness reduces misunderstandings and helps you discern the sincerity and intentions behind the proposal. Spiritual preparation is equally vital. Maintain your regular prayers and keep your heart connected to Allah through dhikr, remembrance. When faced with life-changing moments, a strong spiritual foundation grounds you, making you less vulnerable to doubts or external pressures. It also invites Allah's blessings and guidance into your decisions. Finally, embrace this moment as part of Allah's perfect plan for your life. Whether the proposal leads to immediate change or requires patience and further steps, trust that Allah is guiding you toward what is best. Your readiness to accept and navigate this blessing with faith will transform the experience into a source of growth, joy, and fulfillment. In essence, when someone unexpectedly approaches you with a life-changing proposal by Allah's decree, your response should be rooted in gratitude, reflection, clear communication, and spiritual trust. By preparing yourself in these ways, you open your heart to receive Allah's blessings fully and step confidently into the future He has destined for you. May Allah bless you and guide you to a life filled with mercy, love, and tranquility.